Hey everyone, welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, I will show you that what are the variables, how we use them, and I will tell you the best practice while naming variables in JavaScript. Stick around. Do you remember learning about variables back then in mathematics, especially in algebra part? By the way, I love mathematics. So from here, a variable in algebra is a letter used to represent a number and to be used in an expression. Let me say x equals to 10 and x plus 9 equals to 19. In this example, we use the variable x to represent the number 10 and we can use x to calculate the total value to be 90. The same goes for a variable in programming. You may declare variables to allow you to infer the same piece of information multiple times. In programming language, a variable is a value that can be changed, which is depending on the condition or the information which is passed to a program. Typically, a program consists of instructions that tells the computer what to do and the data that the program uses when it is running. The data consists of constant and fixed value, so variables are used to store data, so we can use it later. Therefore, we need to give them names, so we can refer to them. The name of the variable is also called the identifier. In JavaScript, we create a variable using the var keyword followed by its name and then equal sign and then the value we want to assign to it. Here are a script tag. As you can see here, we have three variables: var a equals to 10, var b equals to 20, and var c equals to a plus b. So using document.write method, document.write c, then from here the output is 10 plus 20, which is 30, right? Alright, again, now let me declare another variable from here. Var price equals 20 and var items, let me say, equals to 5 and var total, here is the variable name total, let me say, equals to price times items. And then console.log totals. From here, when you click this console, then the total will be 100, right? So you can declare a variable using a var keyword and then followed by a variable name and followed by equal sign and then the value that we want to assign to it, right? So now having this, the question may be, what are the best practice while we assign a variable in JavaScript? Well, if you want to write clear, easy to follow, easy to debug script, you can go a long way towards that goal by giving a careful thought to the names you use for your variables. Here are the rules you need to follow for creating a good variable name in JavaScript. Right? Here we have the first rule. The first rule is variable may contain letters, digits, underscores, and dollar signs. Importantly, over here is the important notice from here. Remember, from here, variable name can contain numbers, but they cannot start with numbers. White space are also not allowed. So as you can see here you have the demo whether it's possible or not. So here we have a variable name. Let's say here is a variable name a, it's okay, and here is a variable name, let me say name, it's okay also. Here we have a variable name that starts in dollar sign, it's also okay and it's allowed. And also here is a variable name username. It is also allowed. Here we have a variable name user1. It's okay. And here we have a variable name one student. It is invalid. It is invalid, right? Because it starts with number. So again, here we have a variable name my name, right? It is invalid. It's also invalid, right? Because it has a dash. Only underscore are allowed, right? So again, here we have my name or my or username, user space name. So it's also invalid because it contains a white space. So from here, user and then white space and name. It is invalid. So again, here is new. It's also invalid because new is a JavaScript reserved word. Alright, in summary, variables must begin with a letter, a dollar, or underscore. Here is the second rule that you need to consider while giving a variable name in JavaScript. Reserved keywords cannot be used. Keywords or reserved keywords are used for internal functions and commands and therefore cannot be used as a variable name. Here are some of the JavaScript reserved keywords. Some of the JavaScript reserved keywords are function, if, else, var, new, return, break, default, in, and much more. Okay, now we reach the third rule that you need to consider while assigning the variable name in JavaScript. Here is variables are case sensitive. JavaScript is a case sensitive language, so you have to consider this in mind when creating your variable names. If you name a variable as username, all in small letter right here, and then try to call it as username, you will get an error, right? Here is, you will get an error. Alright, again, here is the fourth rule that you need to consider. Pick descriptive names. Quality code should be easily understood not only by who wrote it, but also by the other people. So think of that when naming your variables. For example, let me say you want to create a program to get the first and the last name of a person. Which option do you prefer? Please give your answer in the comment section below. Alright, here is option 1, here is option 2, and here is option 3. Here we have option 1, var name 1, and var name 2, and here we have also option 2, var a and var b. So also here we have the last option, var first underscore name and var last underscore name. So from here it should be pretty obvious that the last option is the best one. The first option is somehow acceptable but not very good. The second option is terrible and boring. So while you assign a variable name, it should be descriptive for you and for the one who read the code, right? Alright, having this, congratulations, we reached the last section for this video, which is naming convention. So, programming languages normally have naming convention to make the code more easily readable, right? So, JavaScript programmers usually choose the lower camel case style for naming a variable. What does it mean, lower camel case? This means that the first letter should be lowercase and the first letter of the subsequent word in uppercase, right? Let me say, here we have first name, or here we have a last name. From here, the first letter lowercase and the first letter of the subsequent word in uppercase, right? JavaScript programmers usually choose the lower camel case. To remember it, do you know a camel? Think of it while assigning a variable. Just like a camel, you can use a camel case, or you can use a snake case, which is using only lowercase character and underscores to separate words, just like this. Here we have first name, first underscore name, and last underscore name. It's also common, so you can use either camel case or snake case. Pick the style you feel most comfortable with and keep consistent. Also try to keep the name as short as possible, which means that first name is most preferable, better than, or preferable than first name of the student. Alright, this is all about today's video. If you have any question concerned here, let me know in the comment section below. If you are not yet subscribed to this YouTube channel, please make sure to subscribe and press the notification bell icon to be notified while I come out a daily programming training video just like this one. With that being said, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Until then, bye for now.